right, welcome to the Couch Live here on Rock100DIZ.com, Holistic Lifestyles Radio, and of course, WWNN 1470 out of Pompano Beach. Welcome, everybody. This is the Couch Live. I am Street Certified Dope Dr. Lui Delgado, here with my partners who are making all kinds of faces all around me. Denise McLean Solis, my co-host here. How you doing, Denise?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good. And of course, Capn Chris Hill, producer. I'm going to get your face in there. Let's see you get that face
lovely.
in there.
Yeah.
Whoa! That's the Capn
Look at
Chris
that
Hill.
beautiful mug there.
Of course, you can follow any one of us on Facebook and all that other stuff, Twitter. Thanks to dlmsuccess.usana.com. That's dlmsuccess.usana.com. That's where I get my Rev 3 product. Thank you very much. That's a natural energy drink. You can get that there. And, of course, the best vitamins out there. They don't say that, but I can say that, right? Does it matter?
No, you can say it.
I can say whatever.
You use it. You might as well say it.
I use it. I love it.
Right.
And so, and shake it up and drink it. And it's a natural energy drink. Because energy drinks have all kinds of crap in them. So
well, they have a lot of sugar in them.
Yeah.
A lot of them have caffeine.
So, this is the best way to go. So anyway, that's not what we're talking about today. Today on the Couch Live, we're talking about hypnotherapy in recovery. Why are we talking about that? Denise, you're a hypnotherapist.
Yes.
All right. So educate me, because 17 years private practice, I've probably had this many clients do hypnotherapy.
Okay.
That must be because people like myself are not educated enough into how to know how to refer somebody to a hypnotherapist, maybe not know the right hypnotherapy that's going to be used, and maybe there's a technique of hypnotherapy that will be used. I'm not sure. So please educate me on this whole hypnotherapy and recovery.
There's definitely different techniques that you use for hypnotherapy. There's all kinds of different things you can use. There's past life, regressive hypnotherapy, and there's let's see. Well, I use clinical hypnotherapy as the first one I use. And I'm going to take this off here.
You're going to do what I do.
Well, so I can look that way. I feel like I'm not talking to anybody.
Here you go. Let me aim it a little bit.
There we go. So basically, the two forms of hypnotherapy that I'm using right now is clinical hypnotherapy, which is general. You can use it to quit smoking. You can use it to a lot of different techniques for that. It's a form of relaxation that allows you to release things from your subconscious. Okay. So
that I can get relaxation.
Right.
To release something from your subconscious.
Right.
Okay.
So basically, what we're doing in hypnotherapy, all forms of hypnotherapy do the same thing in the sense that you have two parts of your brain that are working at the same time. Your critical consciousness, which is the one that is out there helping you get through the day, making sure you don't hurt yourself, keeping you aware when you're driving, things like this. You know, it's the
very
habit.
Necessary.
The habit things come from your critical conscious mind, and that's that's the most powerful part. Then you got your subconscious, which is like a disk drive that stores everything you've ever done in your life. Okay. Now, some of this you can recall it at any time if you choose to.
No,
you may not want to.
Yeah.
Okay, but for example, say talk in reference to recovery. Say you have an issue that happened when you were a child, or some traumatic event, even something like, Daddy left us when I was 3, and I never got over it, and he never came back. Mom,
nothing happened to me as a child, right, Mom, Dad? You were great. I just want to make sure that that's out there.
I understand that. Okay.
I wanted to say Papa. When she started talking about that, it made me think about Papa was a Rolling Stone.
No. Dad great, Mom great. Let's get that out right now. Okay.
As were my mom and dad. But, it's
and Chris's.
Again, and Chris's. Okay, so everybody's had great moms and dads. But you have things, even if it didn't happen while you were maybe around your mom and dad. Say something other trauma happened.
Now that we got.
Okay. All right. You
Never
bury
lied about
that.
that.
Your mind automatically, because of the safety mechanism, the fight or flight and all this stuff.
Yep.
Okay. Your mind is a very powerful thing, and it will, in order to protect you, if that's something you don't want to think about, it stores it away in a very, very back part of the vault. Okay? However, there are emotional issues attached to it.
Yes.
And they come out in different forms,
memories.
right? Memories, things, little fragments, dreams, whatever. Things that come out, which later in life could trigger. You could come across a trigger. You don't even know it's a trigger.
That's right.
Okay?
That's
Something happens. Somebody says the right word. A situation arises, and bam, You're put into a mode where you're like, all of a sudden you're feeling all these emotions, this pain, whatever. You really don't have any clue why this is happening.
That's right.
Because it's been buried for so many years that you can't recall it. But for some reason, something triggers an event, and then bam, maybe you start using drugs or alcohol to numb the pain, to forget the incident. If you should remember it, you try to forget it, and then you're on your path. Okay, then you're on your downward spiral. Hypnotherapy can, number one, give you techniques to relax and calm your mind. Because one thing I have found, and I have dealt with a lot of addicts in different forms, whether just knowing them, my son is in recovery, other people I know in recovery, that they all seem to have a very frenetic mind. Meaning that it goes in gazillion directions at one time. And this seems to be a common denominator. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Attention deficit kind of things.
Right. Even though they may not be diagnosed with ADD or ADHD, but
I think we've come to know that not all ADD or ADHD people become addicts, but I think all people who become addicted become ADD.
Okay.
I think that's pretty much the standard now.
Okay, so it's one way or the other, possibly. And so because of that, one of the things they can't do is calm their mind.
Yeah.
And the overwhelming thing about your mind is that, okay, the only way you learn to calm your mind is to drink or use drugs.
Yes.
Okay, so what hypnotherapy does is help you learn techniques where you can calm your own mind anytime you want.
All right, so like a relaxation technique.
Right, like an instant relaxation technique.
Okay. All right, so here I'm thinking chickens. Right? I am. When you say hypnotherapy, I think about the guy on stage. We've all seen it.
Right.
We've all seen the guy on stage says, all right, I need 20 volunteers from the audience. I need to get this. All right, you're a chicken now. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
It's not at all.
Okay, but so far, everything you're saying is perfect psychology 101, textbook material about how the brain works.
Right.
So continue. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you teach a person how to self-hypnotize, number one, which is a form of relaxation, so that they can clear their mind and calm themselves when they get maybe overwhelmed or very anxious over some situation. Okay. This can help them instead of, you can teach them techniques about how to calm themselves, number one. Yes. Number two, in the hypnotherapy sessions that I do, I can actually help them shed some of the issues that are causing or have originally caused the traumas that caused why they started using in the first place. Okay.
Like EMDR work. Okay.
Right.
Anyone familiar with EMDR? Very similar.
Okay. So it's basically that, and one step further is if you really have to go back, there is a way using regressive hypnotherapy where you can take a person back all the way to conception and prior to conception. Okay, so if you believe in past life theory,
as long as I don't have the visuals, I just want to know the path that I took. I just don't want.
Well, no, there's going to be visuals involved because you have to tell me where you are.
You can see me in the swim. I can see the swim. My greatest victory of all time.
You might. Who knows? You might.
That is my greatest victory of all time. I'm telling you, I swam so fast. They were following me. They even wanted in, and I wouldn't let them in. No twin for me.
You beat them all out.
I beat them all.
But that's basically, that's what it is. It's a form of relaxation. Yes. It is an altered state of mind where what we do is basically distract your critical conscious because that's always trying to keep you in control. Yeah. So we distract your critical conscious by giving you a visualization, a pretty happy, safe visualization. Then so when your critical conscious is off doing this in the happy place, we then go into your subconscious and go, okay, now let's start the real work. Let's start either the suggestive therapy where we're telling you can forgive yourself for things you've done in the past. Nice. You can forgive others for how they've wronged you. Okay. Almost like working the steps in your subconscious, really.
Nice, yeah.
Right. So many ways to utilize hypnotherapy.
So it sounds like I want to take exactly what you just said. It sounds like it's a great tool, and we're doing this with some clients. It's a great tool that while they're working their step work, or while they're doing traditional therapy stuff and traditional 12-step work, they're using this in addition to deal with some of that heavier trauma stuff.
Right. Or even just
But it doesn't
dealing
have
with
to
the
be.
relaxation
Yeah,
portion.
it doesn't have to be heavier trauma.
No.
Okay, so that's the key. It doesn't have to be heavier trauma. It could just be anything.
Right.
Anyway, we got to go to the
Okay.
next segment, but that was excellent. Excellent little explanation of it. DLMsuccess.usana.com. Thank you very much. Of course, Holistic Lifestyles Radio, WWNN 1470 AM, and of course, our home here, Rock100DIZ.com. Remember to go to thedopedoctor.com, StarbeamCoaching.com, StarbeamCoaching.com for more on hypnotherapy. We'll be back on the couch live right after this.